North Carolina, at Boston College on Saturday. I have to admit I'm pulling the bait and switch here.
Oh, yeah?
Before the break, what did I say?
What's that?
NC State, UNC, Duke, all playing on Saturday. What do each of those three teams have to prove in their ACC game on Saturday? That's what I said before the break. I would say every team in the ACC kind of has something to prove this weekend, something they have to back up, something they have to make whole. Except UNC, they just got to keep it rolling, right? I don't know if I have obviously win, but that's for every game ever played at every level. I'm not sure there's anything specific I'm looking for UNC. Hubert Davis deserves a ton of credit. It's been almost exactly a month since the Tar Heels lost back-to-back games to UConn and Kentucky. And since then, they've just steadily answered every question I've asked in the affirmative, right? It's just, okay, can you bounce back with a big win over a top 10 team? They beat Oklahoma. Can they be more than R.J. Davis on a hot streak? He didn't score 20 a few times. They still looked good. Their defense carried the load for a large stretch. Can Armando Bacot get his blood flowing and energy rolling enough to become a walking double-double again? He's done that as of late. Will they keep their head on straight as the hype builds? They've been coming out of games playing well from the opening tip, even against overmatched teams like Syracuse and Louisville. And so many more questions that we've asked over the last month, and they've knocked them all out of the park. So now they're playing Boston College, and I'm going, keep it rolling? Right? Is that something to prove? Is something to prove? Keep it rolling? Whatever you're doing, do that, right? Is that I don't know if that's something to prove as much as that is just kind of, I don't know, conversation. And maybe that's the challenge.
Yeah,
maybe that's the challenge. It's keeping it fresh. It's staying motivated. It's keeping that chip on your shoulder when seemingly everything's going well.
Yeah, maybe that is the motivation. Hey, you have something to prove. Even though you really don't.
Yeah, it's like the prove is the discipline of it, right? It's the discipline of it. It's one of my again. I'm a former quarterback. I always go back to quarterback. I remember vividly the first year of the Manning cast when Peyton Manning and Eli Manning were doing the breakdowns. I think it was may have been Mahomes. Mahomes was out there on the field. It may not have been Manning cast. It may have just been a video that Peyton put out, and it was one of those, the league figured Mahomes out because he had like 2 straight bad games. Mm-hmm. And all they were doing was playing deep. They were playing prevent, taking away Tyreek Hill deep. And Manning was like, this is where you have to get in your own brain and create a weird challenge. Because what defenses are saying is Patrick Mahomes isn't disciplined enough to take the check down 12 consecutive plays and go down the field that way. He becomes like the Tootsie Roll lollipop owl, right? 1, 2, 3. Crunch.
1,
there it is.
2, 3.
They can't, he doesn't have the discipline to just keep going with the easy, right? Eventually he's going to go, all right, throw it deep, and it's going to be picked off, it's going to be blocked, they're going to get behind the sticks, whatever it is. So I'm looking at the Tar Heels kind of doing that. Going, do you have the discipline to just keep doing the little things well? Do you have the discipline to just keep showing up from the opening tip and making it happen, playing really well? Do you have the discipline to keep being team first? Right? Because, I don't know, maybe you're, let me pick a player here. Maybe you are Trimble. Maybe you are Cormac Ryan. And you're going, I know we're winning and all, but why is everyone talking about R.J. Davis? I want to score. Or do you have the discipline to say, as Trimble, my role off the bench is to make super athletic plays, do a little bit of everything, and catch a couple dunks. I'm going to keep doing my role at an elite level. It's a discipline thing. So maybe that is the challenge. From an X's and O's standpoint, the challenge of Boston College is simple. It is Quentin Post, which would be like a wide receiver's last name being Catch. Quentin Post is a legit 7-foot post player for Boston College who can score, he can rebound, he can block shots, he can do everything you'd want a 7-footer to do. Outside of him, Boston College doesn't have the most talented roster. But again, X's and O's, I guess that's the challenge for UNC in this game, right? Armando Bacot, he's 6'10". Harrison Ingram, probably a big 6'7" or 6'8". Maybe you get more Jalen Washington, another guy who's 6'10" out there to defend. Maybe that's what you have going on. So I guess the challenge, if we're being nitpicky, if we're really diving in with a fine-toothed comb, UNC's challenges are to not get bored and to defend the post well. There you go. It's boring when you're just playing well for a month.